Once upon a time in the Kingdom of Everland, there was a young orphan named Oliver. Oliver had curly hair, bright blue eyes, and a smile that could light up the darkest room. Despite his friendly nature, the other kids in the orphanage never seemed to include him in their games or adventures. They made fun of him for not having a family, and it made Oliver feel lonely and sad. One sunny day, as Oliver was playing by himself in the orphanage courtyard, a royal procession arrived in town. The king, with his majestic robes and kind eyes, noticed Oliver standing alone and decided to approach him. He asked Oliver his name and learned about his life at the orphanage. The king was deeply moved by Oliver's kind heart and his ability to find joy in the simplest things. He could see the loneliness in Oliver's eyes and felt a strong connection to him. The king knew that he wanted Oliver to become part of his own family, so he extended an invitation to the young boy to come to the palace. Oliver's eyes widened with excitement and disbelief. He couldn't believe that the king wanted him to be a part of his family. With gratitude and hope filling his heart, Oliver accepted the king's invitation. As Oliver stepped inside the grand palace, he couldn't help but feel a little nervous. The king introduced Oliver to his queen, who greeted him with a warm smile. The queen's eyes sparkled as she saw the goodness radiating from the young boy. Days turned into weeks, and Oliver's life in the palace was filled with joy and love. The king and queen treated him like their own son, teaching him important lessons and guiding him with wisdom. Oliver grew up in a nurturing environment, surrounded by tutors, artists, and friends. As the years passed, Oliver's generous nature and caring heart began to shine brightly in the kingdom. He spent his time helping those in need, visiting the sick, and organizing charity events. The people of Everland admired Oliver's kindness and were grateful for his selflessness. One day, the king announced to the kingdom that Oliver would become the prince, the rightful heir to the throne. The news spread like wildfire, and the people rejoiced. Oliver had won their hearts not because of his royal blood, but because of his compassionate soul. From that day forward, Oliver became known as Prince Oliver, the beloved ruler of Everland. He carried the teachings of his adoptive parents in his heart and ruled with fairness, kindness, and compassion. The people of Everland adored their prince and celebrated his reign. Grateful for the day the king had watched his good heart and welcomed him into their lives. And so, the orphan boy who was once overlooked and unloved became a prince who touched the lives of many, reminding everyone that true worth lies not in titles or wealth but in the goodness of one's heart.